What's going on, everybody? It's PapaStones coming back with another video. So we're going to jump right into it. It is another spoiler day for me, and we're just going to look at some stuff. So we got Captain Typho here. This is a 3-cost blue-white 2/4 uncommon. When played on attack, give a unit Sentinel for this phase. Honestly, I really like this card, but not in such a sense like it'll be a main deck run everywhere. But I'm thinking, like, imagine in like your side deck. I know blue white generally has a lot of sentinels already, at least as of currently. But like, so even say out of aspect in a sense, like you're playing control, your biggest problem is Sabine, right? Like, you can play this, give something sentinel, they have to attack it. If they don't answer it, you just keep giving something sentinel. They're pretty much wasting their units. They'll pretty much have to clear this, right? I think this card can be pretty good. Realistically, though, it's probably, like I said, it's probably not main deck worthy unless you're just desperate for sentinels, I guess. But you could play this instead of playing any sentinels, but there's options for it. Like, I think this card's cool. The stat line is horrible, though. I mean, it won't die too often, but it's not going to be trading much of the time. You're basically just playing a deep sentinel, so it's interesting. I think it'll have a place definitely in side decks against aggro matchups, just being able to draw this and be like, I have sentinels until you clear it, so that's pretty cool. But probably not. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a main deck worthy card. Moving on, though, we have, speaking of Sabine, actually, Sabine Ren, another copy. This one is yellow, though. It is a 4-cost yellow-white 4/4 rare. It's also a Spectre. There's that. So shout out to Hera. Maybe Hera starts coming back. Who knows if they have some more support. I shouldn't say coming back. It never started, really. Maybe Hera can become playable at some point. Who knows? But while this unit is exhausted, she can't be attacked unless she has Sentinel. On attack, you may discard a card from your deck. If it doesn't share an aspect with your base, deal 2 damage to a ground unit. So, like, that basically says Hera specifically, right? Like, because I don't know, like, it's just because it can't share, with your base. So, I mean, unless you're playing mixed colors, right? Like, say you're playing yellow-green, you'd maybe have, in a perfect world, a 50-50 split, right? So you'd have a 50% chance to do 2 damage. People play Greedo to try and hit events and get 2 damage, right? So, I mean, it's possible there. It's not a horrible stat line for what it is. It's obviously not fantastic, but I feel like this is kind of designed for Hera specifically. However, it's not guaranteed. I don't know. Don't hate it. Don't love it, but don't hate it. It's definitely not a mono yellow card, though, that's for sure. Moving on here, we got 501st Liberator, a 3-cost green 3/3 common. When played, if you control another Republic unit, you may heal 3 damage from a base. I don't know how good Republic support will be, but if it's playable, I really like this card. The stat line sucks, right? Like, 3-cost 3/3 is not great. There's 2-cost 3/3s, there's 3-cost 3/5s, stuff like that. But being able to get heal 3 off of a body is honestly pretty good. If there's like some Republic late game stuff or enough early game Republic stuff that you play it in like a late game strat, like imagine this in, say, Palpatine, right? Like the double green Palp. Their worst matchup being Sabine. Their like best opening is like a Yularen into a what's it's called? Why can't I think of what it's called? Royal Guards. But say you don't open the Royal Guards or the Yularen or whatever, and you're just getting punched. I mean, you could your turn 3 instead of being a ramp if you didn't have one could be healing 3. Later in the game, you could just be healing 3. Like healing 3 is solid, right? People played Reinforcement Walker as an 8 cost that basically heals 3 or technically draws, but healing on a body I like. So I think this card's cool. It kind of depends if the rest of the Republic units are playable, right? But I like this one. Moving on, though, we got the Clone Wars. It is a 2-cost event. It says, pay any number of resources, create that many clone trooper tokens. Each opponent creates that many battle droid tokens. This one, it's got some cool concepts, right? Like, realistically, if you're playing this early, it probably feels pretty bad because you're, maybe playing, so you draw this and you have nothing to do on 4 resources. You pay 2 and get 2 clones. Well, you pay 4 and get 2 clones. They get 2 droids. That doesn't feel great. But there could be some possible synergies with like Snoke, which was already kind of talked about in some of my Market Watch stuff, that Snoke is going to be good against tokens. But imagine if you have this in a blue-green villain deck, right? It'll never go away. But in blue-green villain, so you turn 8, you play a Snoke, maybe even resource 8, you play a Snoke, and if they don't answer it, then the next turn you play a Clone Wars, if you've got nothing else to do, obviously. Say you spend all your resource, you get 7 tokens that are 2/2s, and they get nothing. Like, that possibility is terrifying. So this card's got potential, like mostly combo potential, I think. But other than that, like as a standalone card, not fantastic. Moving on, though, we have Heavy. It is a 4-cost red, 4/4 uncommon with Coordinate Raid 2. And when defeated, deal 1 damage to each enemy ground unit. That's kind of negligible. I don't know about this one. I think Coordinate's just a strange keyword. Getting Raid 2 is kind of nice. If it just got kind of like +2/+0 Coordinate rather than Raid 2, I think it'd be a lot better because it'd just be like a permanent 6/4. But maybe that'd be too good. I don't know. But a 6/4 for 4, possibly. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. However, I don't know how relevant Coordinate will be and how good that will make this card. I think the when defeated, like I said, is kind of irrelevant. Dealing 1 to each ground unit isn't substantial. Like, I think it'd be cooler if it was like, I'm waiting to see if there's like when defeated Coordinate effects. Like, if you controlled 3 units when this was defeated, deal X amount, right? Like, imagine tacking that on there. Like, Coordinate Raid 2 and then when defeated, or Coordinate when defeated, deal 1 damage to enemy ground units. If you controlled 3, deal 3, or something like that. Like, something cool, right? Like, I don't know if that's in the works or anything. That's kind of just speculation, but I think like that would be kind of an interesting take on it. That's all like the newer cards, but I realized I didn't go over these specifically, so I'm going to talk about them. I assume you already know what they are, but we'll go over it anyways. It's Asajj Ventress. It's a 4-cost 2/4. Doesn't say the rarity. I'm assuming One of these will be legendary for sure, but is it going to be this or Maul? Probably Maul. But it's a 4 cost 2/4 with exploit 2, and on attack, if you attacked with a separatist unit, this unit gains +3/+0 for the phase. I think this card's gonna be solid. The 2/4 stat line realistically is pretty buns, but the fact that you can sacrifice 2 units to play this for free makes me just think of like some of the crazier possibilities you can do with this. I know there's the I can't remember what it's called, the 3 cost just black unit that is like a 1/1 when played and when defeated create a battle droid token. So imagine on 3 resources you play that, you get it and a token, you sacrifice both of them for this, and then you get another token. Like, there's cool things you can do with this. I think being able to play something for free always terrifies me. So I like this card. We'll see how it pans out. And then last but not least, this one's pretty straightforward. It's Darth Maul. It's a 5 cost 5/6. And this unit can attack 2 units instead of 1. On its own, I think this card's good enough to be played in like control-y style decks, right? Because you can attack 2 things. Why wouldn't you? It's kind of like a pseudo clear or double trades. Like, say they had 2 tokens and you could just run into both of them. But say they have like 2 5/5s, you could just run into both of them with Maul immediately. Like, this card's gonna be nuts. And then you tack on the fact that you like the perfect world, right? Say you're playing this and the new Maul leader, which gives your units overwhelm, right? Imagine you attack 2 1/1s and then deal 8 overwhelm damage on 1 attack. Like, it's kind of terrifying, to be honest. But these were all the spoilers recently. It'll probably be a little bit till I do the next one. Maybe like Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not Wednesday, but it'll be a little bit. But I just kind of want to get this out there, you know. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think of the spoilers, what you're looking forward to. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, whatever it may be. But make sure to drop a thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.